just ways where you can really explode your business by getting a plan of action. And really that's what's really helped me when I first started National Wealth Center. Is I sat down and I put together a plan of action, what I wanted to accomplish. I sat down and created a goal, broke it down actually into a 5-month goal, and you know, so I knew very precisely what I wanted to accomplish for each of those 5 months to get to my end result after 5 months, and it's really helped to keep me on track. I actually was sharing how I have a bulletin board right behind me that I keep in my office, and I look at it every single day, and it's really inspiring. I mean, I have my goals written for every month, and I also cut little pictures of the rewards that I wanted to reward myself with when I accomplished each goal, and it's sitting next to the subsequent months. And you know, rewards are awesome. You know, it keeps you inspired. You know, it gives you that extra incentive to get it done. And you know, things like that. It might seem like a small thing, but I tell you, it can really help you to keep on track. And yeah, so we shared some of that, and also having some accountability. You know, get a partner, get an accountability partner. Get your goals on paper and share your goals. Get it out there. There's something about accountability. There's just magic in it.
Yeah, a lot of people, what really turns it on for them is they share their goals with other people. So it makes it's where you're instead of just keeping it to yourself, you're announcing it to the world or to your group or to your family that I'm going to do something by a certain date. And it's a little fearful to do that. You know, there's a saying that says it's the fear of fear you fear. The fear itself hurts more than the thing you're scared of. Mm-hmm. Right? So once you become over that fear, you can really become unstoppable. Everybody is fear-based because we're human beings, and it's a guttural thing that we're supposed to be afraid of things. But naturally, it's normally a mechanism that you're afraid of things are going to hurt yourself physically or be a life-changing type of thing. But it's really not that different from the fear you're afraid of when you want to pick up the phone and call to people. Like Tricia had mentioned that you like to get on the phone and actually call people and talk to people and make connections. And that's so important. You could probably increase your National Wealth Center business by 30% just by making phone calls to people, following up with leads. I know so many people that have people coming onto the lead capture page, they won't call them. Just they're so petrified of talking to these people. Well, let me give you a little statistic that may be able to help you. You don't have to be brave all the time, okay? Rejection happens and so on. Out of the whole entire day, you need to be brave maybe 10 times 20 seconds. 10 times 20 seconds, meaning that picking up the phone and dialing that phone is all you need to be brave for. The other time you can be a coward the whole day, okay? We don't care. So 99.999953667% of the time, you can be a coward. You don't have to worry about it and so on. Just be brave a little bit and pick up that phone and call people. You know, they did a study on people that go skydiving, and they put monitors on their body, and they wanted to monitor the fear level and the anxiety level of the people, and the only time that they really had that anxiety was the moment they jumped out of the plane. After they made the commitment, guess what? They enjoyed themselves all the way down. So the same thing here when you're calling up somebody. The anxiety is just the initial getting the inertia going and picking up that phone and calling like the big kahuna you ever wanted to call, right? Making that phone call to somebody you always wanted to show National Wealth Center with. And guess what? That type of thing is something that you have to get over to be able to do that, because it's a painful process. Fear, is a painful process. But if you can get over that process, you're going to be so wealthy in this program. You know, they say that prospecting really kind of sucks 95% of the time because it's work, but the other 5% it's real wonderful. I'll tell you, right now when you're going to cash your checks and you're looking at your bank account, it's wonderful, right? Trish, it's wonderful when you're making that money that you set your goal to, but during the time, it's work. You gotta pick up the phone. You gotta call people. You gotta get over that fear factor that you have by picking up the phone and talking to people. Eventually, when you call up and make phone calls to people, it starts to diminish that fear level. So You look at it as a process, and when you get really, 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 really good at prospecting and really good at the skill of your business, fear becomes a game. The anxiety becomes a game, and it becomes a motivating factor that you search it out and you're really going after it because you know it's the end result, that the more rejection that you get, that means the more you're going to be successful in the business. Okay, so one more point, and we'll start getting along with the call here, is this kind of started out as a little bit of a training, but if you've ever seen a pendulum and it swings one way to the other, right, and it swings left and swings right, when you swing it in one direction, think of one direction is happiness, success, and everything you've ever wanted in life, okay? And on the other side is fear, rejection, failure, and things like that, right? Most people are so afraid to move the pendulum in one direction because they're afraid to go into the fear.
Hey, Peter, I don't know if you can hear me. We lost your sound.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. The sound just cut off. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, my phone dropped off. So just to finish off, because I know exactly where I got kicked off, with the pendulum analogy, most people are so afraid of the fear factor, the rejection, and the negative side of fear that they only move the pendulum just a little bit, and they kind of live their life in that little narrow gap. And you have to be able to swing the pendulum further to the pain and fear and rejection side, and I can guarantee you the more rejection you get, the more people that say no, and the bigger, baddest, worst, most embarrassing no's that you get, if you can get more and more and more of that, the pendulum's going to swing further on that end, but I can guarantee you the further it swings on that side of it, it's physically impossible for it not to swing on the other side, and you have all the money you ever want and all the success you've ever wanted, because that's the way physics works. You have to swing the pendulum far enough to one side so this way it has to swing to the other side. So the more rejection you have, the better you're going to do in this business. That means the more you pick up the phone, the better you're going to do in this business. The more connections you make with people, the more you talk to people, the better you're going to do. So we're in the connection business. You got to connect with people, and if you're willing to connect with people, that means the pendulum swings in the other direction. You're willing to take a little bit more rejection than the average person. It has to swing in the other direction, which means more success, changing the lives of more people, and more money in your bank account. It just can't stop it doing that. So guys, listen, we're going to teach you things like that in the New York City events. We have a New York City event happening December 29th and 30th. That's the kickoff event that we have here in National Wealth Center. That's at the Pennsylvania Hotel, and you can go to nationalwealthcenter.com/NYC. nationalwealthcenter.com/NYC. Guess what? It's free. It's on the 29th and 30th at 7 o'clock. We do a business presentation as well as a training afterwards. The day after, which is Tuesday, there is a luncheon, okay? It is pay your own way luncheon, okay? So we'll show you, we'll let you know that if you want to participate, and you can have lunch with myself, Dr. Stan, and other like-minded people of National Wealth Center. It's a crazy event. You don't have to come to both of them. If you want to come to both of them, great. Spend a few days in New York City. There's nothing like it during the winter time and during the holiday time, and that's the 29th and 30th. So, but make sure when you register on that page, nationalwealthcenter.com/NWC, that you really intend on coming. We just can't have people registering and then not showing up because we have only a limited amount of seating there. Okay, so it's in the Pennsylvania Hotel. It's one of the landmark hotels in the country, and we really love to see you there, to see, meet, greet us, shake our hands. Any cost that it might cost you to come there is going to be minuscule when it comes to shaking my hand, talking to myself, meeting other people like Dr. Stan and other people in National Wealth Center, and seeing what happens when you actually find out that this is real. That's going to take your business to a whole nother level. All right, so that's what a live event does. And you can say to yourself and tell other people, I was there when they had the first meeting that kicked off National Wealth Center. I was there and I saw it happen, and now 5 years later, you can tell your kids that I was there, you know, and my life changed dramatically. So nationalwealthcenter.com/NYC. So you'll be able to go and register there. Again, tell us what days you're coming, what day or days you're coming, if you intend, and how many people you think you might bring, if you're going to bring people. If you don't have people, that's fine. But you know, hey, the more people you bring, the more people you get over here, which means the more people are going to sign up, and we'll have sign-up parties right there on the spot. All right, so I have people typing in some questions. Let me just check and see if Dr. Stan is here, and then we'll go into some other things here. I don't see him, so I'm not sure what happened. He's probably having a problem getting on. So let's just continue. All right, guys, I have some important things to discuss with you today. It's more not so much as a business opportunity meeting tonight, but to kind of let you know kind of a state of the union of what we're doing. You see the back office here. This is the current back office of National Wealth Center. For those people, let me put it this way, have the people on here on the webinar, how many of you people have seen the new back office before we turn it back to this one? We kind of gave you a flash of what it looks like, and let me know what you think. Oh, okay, let me see. Doctor, you're under a different name here, Stan Harris. All right, let's see if I can get you unmuted here. Dr. Stan, can you speak? I'm going to try to unmute you and see if it doesn't look like you have an audio here that I can get you on. Okay, you're on the web, so I don't see anything here. It doesn't show you have a microphone, so I'll just keep on going. Montez says, I love it. Haven't seen you yet, Oren, no problem. George says, I love it. I saw it the other day. Back office was very nice. Sheila, thanks a lot. Okay, guys. Yeah, Martin Carter says, he's from Connecticut. He says the Pennsylvania Hotel is right across the street from Madison Square Garden. That's where the trains come in directly over there from all over the East Coast. So you can come in all the way down from Washington, D.C., right into it, right across the street. So it's very close to the bus stations as well. So it's really, really, really close to all the major transportation, and it's literally a 2-minute walk from the train station. So dynamite, dynamite. Let me go into some other things here because I do have a few things I want to make sure that we cover, and if I can't get Dr. Stan on, we'll try to figure out what that is, and we'll correct that. Now, the new back office, we just gave you a glimpse of it the other day. There was a few issues that was really something that I overlooked, and I made a mistake when I gave it to the programmer. So we were missing some sign-up links that were normally in the back office, mainly because I gave him this account, which is a demo account, and everything was just comped in because we didn't really pay for it because it's just a demo account, and that eliminated the buttons that caused people to go to the levels to pay. And I just didn't think about it, so he programmed it without those buttons. So when people were going to pay, they paid the admin, but they didn't see the buttons. Okay, so we had to go and go back and correct that. Now we did add this here. It says join levels, so people can go in and they can just go in and click over here to join the different levels. We're also going to put in the dashboard, the new dashboard, a more of an apparent, obvious way that, okay, step 2, do this, you know, and put more icons or pictures here that they can go and click on. And I'm not sure if we're going to have that right away, but that should be very soon after we launch the back office. But this is where you want to direct your people, at least at the time being, to join levels after they pay the admin, and they can select whatever levels they want to go pay, and they would in turn do that. So that was a new drop-down that we just added yesterday. So the back office that we have, you'll see it's light years ahead of what we have here, and the key thing is it's mobile ready. Right, so for those people that love to go and surf on here with your smartphone, or maybe you don't even have a computer, maybe you just love working on your smartphone. I love working on my smartphone. I mean, I have a computer, but I also have software on my smartphone that I access my main office computer and back and forth, plus I surf on my smartphone. So I need something that's going to be mobile ready. This back office is not mobile ready, but the new one is. So we are trying to get this all activated by tomorrow, so we'll see if that is the case, try to do that before Thanksgiving. So as you're with your friends and relatives in the Turkey, you're going to show them your business, right? We all know you're going to do that, right? And you're going to share the business with them, right? All right, we know you're going to do that. All right, so that's you know, that's more of a training, right? Oh, we got a lot of people on here today. Fantastic, love to see that. All right, so so now you heard about the New York City meeting. Let me go over here, and I'm just going to flip over to show you that. There we go. Okay, NYC. So this is the intro video. If you want to watch that, it's only 1 minute, and you'll have a greeting video on the other side for myself as well too. You just click on register, and please only register if you're coming. Please don't register just because you want to register. It's just going to throw off the numbers of people that we expect to be there, because we want to make sure we have the right size rooms and everything. And put your information in here. Check the day or days you want to come, and how many people you think you might have coming. Okay, so this way we know. So, and I think actually what we're going to do on here is maybe add another one here saying I'm just coming myself versus bringing guests, so this way we'll have a little bit more of an idea on how that's going to happen. Now, some more important things as well. In the back office, what we decided to do is we are going to, in the next few days, is to make some changes with the profile, which is up here. And the profile is this section here, which is the, and I have fake information in here, but the information that you put in for accounts that people are going to pay you, okay? So now, many people in the program have been targeted by PayPal just because they have a thing against entrepreneurship and network marketing. It's not our policy, it's PayPal's policy, and we, you know, put on here that we don't necessarily, see, we don't recommend or endorse use PayPal. Use it at your own risk, and it was minimal risk. But we've been seeing that we have had many people targeted by PayPal. And listen, we're here to give you a safe environment. We don't want you to lose your PayPal account, and we just have to take a preemptive strike to be able to protect your account and protect your PayPal account. Thus, we are going to eliminate PayPal from the back office, okay? If you are accepting PayPal payments, you can still accept PayPal payments that are in your back office. We are not going to allow new people to accept PayPal. Okay, this is just something that's not our choice. We're just doing it because we feel we have to protect your account. We don't want anybody to lose their PayPal account, and it's just something that, you know, it's an unfortunate thing, but we just have to do it to protect you and look out for your own good, okay? So what happens if that's the case? Now, if you have people that are paying you through PayPal, this is the sequence of things that we suggest you do. And we sent this out in the newsletter. I hope you're on the newsletter. Number one is contact the people that are paying you with PayPal. Tell them to, listen, you need to cancel your PayPal subscription. You can also do this for them in your back office of PayPal. So either you can do it or they can do it by looking up the subscription, and you go to the original subscription date, and you can look it all up in PayPal. They give you good reporting tools for that. And cancel the subscription, okay? So let's just say that they're going to say, well, hey, wait a minute, I have 15 days left in my month. Isn't that going to cancel my National Wealth Center account? No, that only cancels the subscription for the payment in your system. So let me go over here. You go to Program Stats. So now you have to cancel two different things. Number one is you have to cancel the subscription in PayPal, either by you doing it or by the sponsor doing it. Secondly, you have to go into your back office, and whatever levels that you're paying with PayPal is you have to say, click here to cancel your credit card or whatever says PayPal subscription, whatever it happens to be, okay? Don't click remove to database. Just click cancel my credit card or PayPal subscription right here. That's going to remove the subscription in the system. So you remove it from PayPal, you remove it from the system. So you're saying, what if I have 15 days left in my account? What's going to happen? Well, we suggest once you do that is to go over here and click on make a renewal payment. And when you make a renewal payment, by clicking on that, it's going to start a new subscription, okay? And it's not going to show here because I'm a comp member, but it's going to show a new subscription paying the same person and with the new payment options, and hopefully they've taken PayPal out. So if they have not, don't go and use PayPal again, right? So you're going to pay for another 30 days. Okay? So if you already have 15 days, you're going to pay for another 30 days. It is not going to overlap the 30 days. It's going to add to the 30 days. So that means you're going to have 45 days until the next payment. Right? So if you have 15 days left, you pay for 30 days. That makes it 45 days to the next payment, and then you pay 45 days later. So today is the 25th, so you add 30 days to that and 15 more days. That's, I'm assuming, as an example, that you in turn have 15 days left in this cycle. If you have 3 days or 5 days or 28 days, you just take those days and you're going to add 30 days to those days, right? So the system will take care of all of that for you. You don't have to worry about it. The key thing is that you're not going to overlap the days you already paid, all right? And the next time you pay is going to be when that second cycle is over with, all right? So now when you go to pay, this is the system that we highly suggest you do. And again, you have to do this for each one of the levels that you're paying PayPal with of the 25, the 50, and the 100. Cancel in PayPal and cancel on our side as well too, okay? But only cancel the subscription, don't cancel anything else, and then go to make renewal payment. That's a simple two-step process, very, very simple to do that. Okay, so if you only have PayPal to be able to collect funds, what are you going to do? Okay, we have a killer system that's fantastic. That if you go on your profile system, it's called the E4 system. Okay, if you scroll down, this is the one we highly suggest you guys use. The E4 First Data Global Gateway System. Okay, this has been built directly for this system. It's been approved by First Data, and you'll have really no problems with the system. It's a lot less than PayPal. Believe it or not, PayPal is well over 3% per transaction. This is next to 2%, 2.1% or some crazy number low like that, okay? So you're going to save well over 1.5% or around 1.5% per transaction by using this system. There is a monthly fee to this system. We are going to update this page, and let me describe it to you so this way you know what's going on. This is called the cost of doing business, okay? You're making 100% of every sale that you have, right? So having a merchant account is a necessity. It really is. This kind of merchant account is different from PayPal accepting your account, accepting your money, okay? It's different. So this is a real merchant account. The money comes in, they take the money for you, they put it right in your checking account. You don't have to worry about rebilling, about anything. It's all done for you, and it's going to do it a lot cheaper than PayPal can do it, and you don't ever have to worry about PayPal freezing your account because you're not taking PayPal, right? So we have on here that the, let's see, I don't think we posted on here, but basically their application fee is almost $100. We have it for free. The monthly is around $50. We have it down to $25, okay, $25 a month, okay, which is sick low, okay? I just learned from the gentleman that's on here, Joe, that First Data does have an annual fee of $120 a year to use the system, which is nothing, okay? If you guys are making 100% on every sale, it's nothing. So what we ask them to do is to itemize it by month versus charging a one-time fee at the end of the year or during, sometimes they charge you partially to the, like 6 months, 8 months, 9 months down the road. And we don't want you to be hit with a $120 fee. So what we're going to do is to take the 25 up to $34.95, which itemizes that yearly fee, so you're not going to be charged a yearly fee for the system. Okay, it's all very straightforward, every month, no funny business, no yearly fees, nothing. It's just that's what it is. That is really inexpensive. I have 4 merchant accounts, and I'm using E4 as well, but I guarantee the other ones aren't $34.95 a month. It's more than that, okay? So we got really, really, really good deals for you. Now, this is limited to people in the United States. Only people in the U.S. can get these accounts. So what do? So in the meantime, we highly suggest that you listen to what I'm going to say because it's going to blow your mind, all right? Now, we have decided that in order to assist our friends in other countries and people that can't get a merchant account or for whatever reason don't want to get a merchant account, that's their decision. We want you to get a merchant account if you can get it. We want you to take the money. We want you to make 100%. If you cannot do that, and you just say, listen, I just can't do it, I'm international, or I just can't do it in the U.S. for whatever reason, and maybe you applied, you didn't get accepted, okay? That happens from time to time. It's not regular, but it does happen. We are programming into the system right now that the company can take the money for you, okay? And we don't have the exact parameters of it yet, but it's going to be where you can choose to say, listen, I don't want to do it. I want the company to take the money for me, and the company will take the funds for you. You don't have to get a merchant account, and then we will pay you the commission, okay? There's going to be a convenience fee on there for us to do it, to process it, to take the risk, to pay out the money and everything. It's 20%. Okay, so for the convenience for doing all of that, for paying you the manpower, the administration, there's a lot of expense going in for us to do that. There's a 20% overhead fee for us to do that. As far as the time it's going to take us to pay you out, we haven't decided that yet. We have to talk to the merchant account company for that. So we're not here to hold your money. We're going to pay it out as soon as possible. So it'll be sooner than faster. So it's not going to be anything exorbitant. But we'll let you know. If any of you guys know us over here, we're very fair, and we're here to make you happy. So this is really a convenience feature for the members, and I think it's going to be a game changer. To have the people say, listen, I can make 100% or I can make 80% and do nothing. It's, you know, all I have to do is talk to people, I'm making 80%. Think of all the different companies that are out there that, that the company takes the money. I can guarantee you're not making 80%. You're probably making around 30% net on everything, okay, because of all the breakage and the compensation and so on. When we say 80%, you're making 80% net commission. That is unheard of in the industry. It really, really, really is. Okay, so Sheila says, is there a deadline for the NYC conference? There is no deadline, but please let us know as soon as you possibly can, because we do have limited seating. So let us know as soon as you possibly know that you can make it. And we would really love to see you there, and I just really want to go and shake everybody's hand to do that. David asked for a deadline as well too, and as far as that's concerned. So now this is coming. As far as program is concerned, I was told a very, very short time frame that this is going to be available. However, I know programmers, and I add some time to it, and then I double it. Okay, so I'm looking at having this available by the latest possible date is January 1st, but there's a very high probability that it should be earlier than that. But we'll see how the programming goes and everything. So with programming, there's always unforeseen things happen. You saw at the back office that we thought it was ready, and there was a few things that we didn't notice. You know, so it doesn't always happen as smoothly as you want. So we're just giving some extra fluff time in there to happen. So in the meantime, if you need to, just find a way to accept the money from people. If they have to pay you by cash, by check, by sending PayPal from PayPal to PayPal, but not through the system. If someone sends you a PayPal from their PayPal to your PayPal without going through the system, put in $24.95 and not $25. Put in $25.47 instead of $25. Put in thanks for the software or thanks for the coaching or something like that, and don't say National Wealth Center. There's absolutely no way they're going to track it back to the National Wealth Center if you do that, okay? Then you just go in your back office, which is right over here, and that's another thing I want to tell you about. Mark payments as received. We've just released this so anybody can mark anybody as paid at any time. So before we had it, you had to have 4 people in your pay line to be able to mark people as paid. We have removed that feature, and we said, listen, you can mark someone as paid from the very first person. All you do is go over here like this, and you click on Process, and it'll just walk you right through the whole thing, okay? And you submit it as processed, and you're all set. This part here, I'll just tell you what this is, start a custom subscription. This means that the system will mark them paid each and every month, where you do not have to manually mark them paid, but it's up to you to collect the money. So if they ever cancel, you got to remember to go back here to uncheck it, okay? So we had some people, oh, you mean I have to go back and manually check somebody paid every month? Hey, you know, such is collecting money. You know, you're making 100% again. You know, so you have to do it. It takes a minute to do it. Big deal, right? But some people are like, oh, I have to do that every month. Well, if you don't want to do it, you check this box. Just make notes, and that if the person stops paying, you got to go back and do that. Now, that's the manual way to do it. I can guarantee you, if you start really making some serious money, and I know you will with this program, you don't want to keep on doing this every month. Get the E4 system. It's going to be manna from heaven. It will. It'll be such a convenience factor for you. And once the company has that available where the company can take the funds, then we are going to have either pay cards or an e-wallet system to be able to pay you out commissions. So one of those two, we're talking to about 3 or 4 companies right now to do that. So those are the major things that I want to tell you about with the program. As you can see, we do not sit around and say, listen, just pay us $10 a month, we're going to pocket all the money. We really invest in this program. We want this to be the best thing out there since sliced bread. We know it is already, but we know we can make it even better. We want to be able to get you a better environment to be able to have your business work better and have it easier for you to bring in sales and people. So it is just a fantastic, fantastic time for you to be able to introduce people to National Wealth Center. Let me just see any other questions before we close it out. Montez, do our guests register as well for the conference? Not necessarily, because if you're putting down you're bringing guests, then that should be sufficient. So they don't necessarily have to register that they're coming, but try to let us know in a ballpark figure about how many people you think that might come. Okay. A back office looks great. Another one looks great. Yeah, everybody's loving the back office. When you see it, if you haven't seen it already, then I know you're going to love it. Yeah, it's just Martin says a few blocks from the Empire State Building. Just skimming through some questions here. Yeah, and also when you come to the event, please bring your own computer, laptop, or a way to sign people up if you're bringing people, okay? So make sure you do that so you can see what's going on, because we're going to make it as interactive as we possibly can. Is Payza a good way to do it and it's free? Yeah, you can use Payza. We have been approved in Payza, and there's a document back here. Let me just go back here for a moment. I believe I can show it to you. You can take Payza. That might be a good way to do it. However, they do take a few days to approve the account. For some weird reason, they have to approve every single website, even if it's been approved 1,000 times. They have to do it. So what I suggest, if you do Payza, where is Payza? Even Dwala is another one. I know Dr. Stan uses Dwala. I've never used it, so I can't really say too much about it, but you can look into Dwala as well. But Payza over here, if you follow these directions right here, they're going to ask you to fill out some questions in the back of Payza. This is exactly what you should say, okay? This is exactly what you should say. We have, let's see, over here, click on this. Is this it? The website review, okay, for Payza. Now, after you submit the information for Payza, I suggest you contact them and say, listen, I'm a member of National Wealth Center. You've been approved hundreds of times for the website. Can you please expedite it? And they'll probably do that for you and expedite it, because really, I mean, it's the same exact information that you're giving, that other people have given, that we have given, and everything. So it should be no problem whatsoever in getting you approved for that. But it's just a matter of how fast you can get it approved. Okay, so again, it says over here, verify this, click on update, and it gives you exactly what you need to do for Payza. So that might be a good alternative for some people to use until we can get the other thing up and running. Great. Let's see. Yeah, this is recorded, so this will be sent out to everybody on the newsletter for National Wealth Center. This is recorded, and we will send this out tonight sometime if we can. Okay. Jay says, are we going to have a certain period of time before you take PayPal out of the back office so we can get the E4 merchant account set up? Honestly, guys, we really want to protect you. That's what we're here to do. So I would suggest that you do the E4 system right away. We will have PayPal out by December 1st. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. E4 can get approved in about 3 days. So we will have PayPal out in just a few days. So that if we take it out, it doesn't mean that you can't stop taking PayPal. It's just that no new accounts are going to be able to take it. Actually, you know, I'm going to verify that with my programmer, and if we can take it out, I want to take it out. But if you are, it's just not going to make it available for new people to take it. And if you can still take it, then I would suggest as you're getting your E4 account, doing that. But as soon as you possibly can, just stop taking payments with PayPal because they're on the hunt. I mean, right now they're really getting not friendly. Okay, for us driving from DC, what about parking? How close and how much? Well, the parking is all over the place around there. It's not terribly cheap, but what I would do is right around Madison Square Garden, you can park over there, and I suggest getting there early in the morning between 7 and 9 or 10 o'clock, and they have early bird parking. And that usually will be able to get you for the entire day until the evening for, I don't know the pricing over there, for, you know, $20 maybe or something. So don't quote me on the price, but it will be certainly available for you right around that area. There's a lot of parking around there. But you want to get the early bird pricing. You don't want to come later. And then, like if you come after 10 o'clock, they're going to eat you alive as far as paying by the hour. So that is, I mean, the other thing you might want to do is park over in D.C. and take the train. It's going to be a lot cheaper, especially if you're coming for more than one day. If you're coming for both days, you want to take the train. It's going to be much cheaper and more convenient, and you'll save a lot of money in parking. Is E4 paying instant still? You have to ask Joe on that. I know if it's not instant, it's really close to being instant. So yeah, and if it's not instant, it's within a few days, you know, within, I think, 2 or 3 days maximum. So you should be able to wait 2 or 3 days for your money. And once you start building your business, you're going to have payments coming in every single day because you're going to have payments coming to you every day. So the only delay you're going to have is the first 3 days. That's it, because you'll have the payments coming in all the time. Will the New York City meeting be recorded? Yeah, we're working on that. We're going to have testimonial photo booths and all sorts of stuff there. So if you come, be prepared to give a testimonial, because we are going to accost you and make you give a testimonial. So just make sure you do that, all right? Let's see. All right, yeah, Oren says E4 is still the superior way to go. Joe's a super guy. Get it done. He said he can get it done in 2 days. He got approved in the E4 system. You got that right. Joe's a great guy. He'll bend over backwards for you. Nick says, now if I go to different payment methods, does everyone in my downline links have to do the same for me to get paid off them? No. If you are hooked up with, and you're getting paid from another payment method, you're still going to get those payment methods. It's because normally the way the other ones work is you're getting a subscription in those payment methods, and so just changing your payment methods here means you're still going to get them. But the E4 system does not create a payment subscription inside their merchant account or your merchant account. It does it with one-time payments every month. So once they cancel from the E4 system, it's done. You don't have to cancel anything in your E4 system. So different, and I'm a little more technical, but if you have an authorized.net account, which is another merchant account, it creates a subscription in that merchant account. So not only do they have to cancel here, but they have to cancel there. So it's just like PayPal. It's a subscription on 2 sides, even though they're getting charged once. With E4, it doesn't do it that way. It just charges them one time every single month on a certain date, and that's it. So it's very, very, very user-friendly, and it's, like I said, it's all built specifically for us. Montez says, oh, I like this one. Man, I just love you guys and what you're providing for us, from the back office to the new company, processes, and so on. Thanks, Peter and Dr. Stan. Hey, I appreciate that, Montez. Love to hear the kudos once in a while. I started the business and do not have anyone under me. I currently have PayPal. Should I get E4? Yes, don't wait. If you don't have anybody paying you, just get E4. Bite the bullet, do it, go for it. It's going to make your life so much easier. And like I said, you know, you just need 1 or 2 payments, and you got it for the whole month. You know what I mean? As far as the payment that they're going to charge you every month. So you got to think, guys, that there is a cost of doing business, and don't get all bent up on the $35 a month for E4. It's how much is your time worth? How much is your stress and anxiety worth? This is like no-brainer. Just leave it alone, let it run. You don't have to worry about it anymore. You know, so that, you know, don't worry about nickel and diming your business because of that. Because, again, I keep on going like the same thing. You're making 100%. So after you do this, what are you going to make, 95%? I mean, so it's, you know, when I first started business, I was worried about every nickel and dime, and I'm going to do it myself, and I'm going to just to save a few dollars. At some point, you got to stop that, and you got to say, listen, set me free. do it for me, and my time is worth money, and I'm going to go and do something where it's going to make me money. I'm not going to nickel and dime over things like that because it's a deal. I'm telling you right now, it's a deal. It's worth it. Every penny that you do it is worth it. So I don't know how much I can really reinforce that, but it really, really, really is. Let's see, Pennsylvania, okay. Just going down the list here. Is E4 system exclusive to National Well Center? No, this is E4 system is a new version of the link point system, which the First Data company has. So what we've done is we've gotten the entire site approved by First Data, and so it's not exclusive to us, but we've cut certain deals with them to get the prices down as low as possible. So that's what we've done for you guys to do that. I really bent over backwards to try to get the cost as low as possible for you to do the business and to really make it available for everybody. All right. I did not get my $25 to my PayPal, and they used my credit card. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Eddie. Oh, also, also, we do have live customer support too. So that is in the support section. They're available generally from about, I'd say, 9 in the morning Eastern time and until about 7 or so in the evening. So if you have any specific questions, great. You can go there for customer support stuff, and they'll be there to help you, as well as Skype support and so on too. Okay. Thanks for everything. This is the greatest company. I love it. I appreciate everything you guys have done. Keep it going for us. I appreciate that. Guys, oh, the other thing too, if you like what you're seeing with National Well Center, send us a testimonial, an audio, a YouTube video. It doesn't have to be something fancy. Just tell us what you think. Just the only thing we ask you is don't be promoting yourself, okay? Don't give us your link and things like that, because we want it to give a great environment for other people in here. You know, this is Joe S. from New Jersey, you know, and I did this and I did that, and you don't have to have income claims or anything. Just give us testimonials. It could be just even a print or an audio only, or a video is the best way to do it if you can. It'll take you all of 5 minutes, and do a selfie video. I mean, it could be that simple. So, you know, send it in. Send it to nationalwellcenter@gmail.com, and we really love to see it. You know, so sometimes, you know, we work so hard over here to provide all this stuff to you, and we'd love to see that you guys appreciate it. Is the webinar recorded? Yes, it is. We're going to send it out to the newsletter, so make sure you're on the newsletter. You mentioned a webinar system a couple of weeks ago. Where are the new videos that you mentioned also? We have a lot of stuff in support tools. Make sure you go over there for that. And we're going to be putting, there's also webinar replays and video tools over here. We're going to be adding more videos over here, so there's videos right here for you. And we've also made some more cartoon videos for you as well. And we send those out to everybody as well, but maybe if you missed them, we will put it out there for you. But there's a lot of them right over here. See them all? So you can come over here. If you click on it and you go right to YouTube and you go to play it, just go to YouTube. If you ever want to use any of these videos, you can. And just go to, I'll show you a trick here. You can either go to share and then go to embed, and you just copy this and put it somewhere. But if you go over to the top here and you just go just before the Y and you type in SS, and I got to give kudos to Dr. Stan for showing me this, is you put in SS just before the Y and click enter. It comes up to this page, which allows you to download the video. And then you can do whatever you want because it's on your computer. So don't click on any of this garbage over here. Just click on, it'll give you different options over here. These are all different formats, FLV, MP4, web, 3G, and all that kind of stuff. If you want it only in audio, you can do that as well, okay? So the MP4 is probably the most universal one, which is the YouTube one. And if it's 360, 240 is low resolution, medium resolution, high resolution. You just click on it, it's going to download that video right to your computer. So just put SS just before the Y, and you can download any YouTube video that's out there. So killer, killer. I love that thing Dr. Stan showed me, so it's really saved me a lot of stuff. What is the hotel that it's going to be at? It's the Hotel Pennsylvania. I believe it's on 32nd Street next to Penn Station. Let's see if I can go there a second. And I'll show you. It's awesome. This is it right here. It's a hotelpenn, PENN.com, hotelpenn.com. This is it right here. Looking at New York City. And I haven't been on there yet, but if you can actually get a room over here while you're there. It says Central Park. And you can go over here and check it out. So it's hotelpenn.com, and you can go check out the hotel. That's where we're holding it, okay? So we're going to have it 2 days there. If you have a room over there, great. And come to the lunches with us as well, too, on Tuesday. And enjoy New York City. You can go see all the different windows that are going on. Maybe go see a Broadway play. Come here on Friday or something. Why not spend Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and Tuesday, something like that. It's an incredible time when you go to New York City during the wintertime and when you have the Rockefeller Center and the Christmas trees and all sorts of stuff. All right, yeah, right across from Madison Square Garden, go see a Knicks game, even though they're not playing too well, or a Rangers game or something. Yeah, between 32nd and 33rd Street on 7th Avenue in New York. What about Mexico users? What's the best method to pay? Well, one of the reasons why we're doing this whole thing is because of the Mexico users, because we have a ton of people in Mexico, and no habla español, but we do appreciate you coming on board, and we are going to have a lot of Mexican stuff, and well, Spanish stuff, I should say. And one of the reasons why we're doing the method of the company taking the funds is because we realize that there's so many people internationally that can't get merchant accounts and things like that. So I recommend just to try to get a way to collect the payment outside the system just for this month, just for December, okay, just for the next 30 days, and have a way for them to pay you, and then you can manually mark them as paid, okay? Then after that, once we turn this on where we're going to take the payments for you, then you don't have to worry about it because the company will do it, the company will pay you and everything. So just for the next, probably I would say the next 2 weeks to 30 days, that's it. And that should be plenty of time for this to be working for you. Eddie says, I love this company. I need more people. Yeah, well, Arn, I'm not going to say what you said about the Knicks, but I agree with you. Okay. What about Mexican users? Okay. Will someone still receive pay if they don't pay their monthly product? Good question, Greg. Will somebody still receive money if they don't pay their money? If they don't pay, the system is automatically going to mark them as unpaid, and everybody in the organization will get an email saying cancel with this person and renew. Okay? It is still up to that person to cancel it with this person. All right, so if they have a subscription with them and they don't cancel it, they're still going to pay them. All right? But we told them that they need to cancel and do that. If you know of anybody in your organization that is showing active, but they have not been listed as inactive or canceled, and you know that they're not paying, make sure you send an email to support to nationalwealthcenter@gmail.com, and we will look into it. So there's a little bit of fine-tuning that needs to go into that part of it because our system is really, really, really complicated behind the scenes because there's a lot of stuff going on. So we want to constantly refine it, make it better, smoother. And, I mean, we have all sorts of really cool things coming out that we have for the first and second quarters of next year. So I'm not going to fry your brain with things like that, but if anybody knows me, we always constantly innovate and keep on hearing what the people want and keep on making it better. So, yeah, Gilbert, I mentioned about the E4. The E4 is now $34.95 a month because they had an annual fee that was charged in a lump sum for everybody, and people freaked out because they maybe didn't have enough money in their account for it. So we're just going to make it $34.95, which includes that there won't be an annual fee, and it's just paid for monthly out of each month. So instead of 25, it's 35 basically. So this way it's less heartache later on, and you don't have to worry about it. Can you use your own merchant account? Yeah, if you have your own merchant account, use the authorized.net system and hook up with that. Okay, authorized.net is not a merchant account; it's a gateway. So the gateway, you have to hook up with the authorized.net for the gateway, and then use your own merchant account. But I still go back to the E4 system. It's built for the system, and it's worth it to do it and get it. So even if you have another merchant account, I would suggest getting it because of the small amount you're going to pay for it. It's going to be worth it. What is it going into effect for the $34.95? The people that are already on the E4 system that are paying $25, you're going to pay $25, but you still have to pay the annual fee, which is down the road. So that's a one-time fee every year, and so the $34.95 is just paid, and it's spread out over the whole year versus one time. So if you're already paying $25, you're going to stay at $25, and then when the yearly annual hits you, that'll be down the road. Okay, so thanks for that question because I didn't answer that. But all the new people that are doing that are signing up right now, it's going to be $34.95 a month, which is spread out over the year and so on. So very good question. Thanks, Nick. Okay. We have a new webinar system that Dr. Stan and I are working on, which is called an automatic webinar system. And I don't have that link to show you, but we've really got all the guts and everything done with it. And we're just making the video content to go on the inside, but it is finished. It's going to be a 24/7 automatic webinar system you can just refer people to, and it looks like a live webinar, but it's really not. And so you'll be able to do that. And I expect that we should be done with that, within a week. It'll be done. I mean, I keep on saying that, but we've had so many other things that we had to take care of. Is MWC worldwide? Can I enroll people overseas? Yes, you can. It is global. It is global. So once we have that international pay system in there where people can have the company take the monies, it's going to open it up big time global. So right now we are global, and the only thing stopping people from some global participation is being able to send and take money. So once we're able to do that with us as far as the company, it is going to go ballistic. I'm telling you guys right now. So is there compression, and will you explain this? There really isn't compression in a truest sense of the word, but if somebody stops paying, then listen, if somebody has people paying them and they're making money every month, why would they stop paying? Okay, normally they don't. Occasionally, on the really rare side, sometimes people just don't pay. Well, if that's the case, then anybody in their organization would get an email, like I said before, saying to cancel their subscription with that person and to renew again, and all those people would roll up to the person that's active above them. So in that regard, it is compression. Is Dawala better than Payza? I really don't know about Dawala. We just offer it because it's there. So I can't really say whether Dawala is better than Payza. I really don't know. Can you use the back office from your phone? Not right now, but once we install the new back office, you can. That is available, I'm hoping tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. It is all mobile ready. Hey, Raymond says, I love this company. Thanks. We love you too. Thank you very much. Would you explain how the 2 and 4 pass up works? If my 2 is ready to go, how do I pass them up, and how do I have them pay my inviter? Okay, well, I'll go over that really quickly. Let me pull this over here. Oops. And this is not going to be great artwork, but okay, I'm just going to pull this over here. Make sure you guys can see it. So this is a crash course in the compensation plan. It's really quite simple. Okay, so you have your sponsor here, right? They bring yourself in. You're right here. They bring you in, okay? And 25, 50, or 100, it's all the same, okay? They're all separate levels, so they're all the same in how they work, but they're all work independently from each other. The first person you bring in, everybody knows that, goes to you, and that breaks you even. So you break even on one person. That's a major selling point in this program, absolutely major selling point. The second person is going to roll up. So this person is no longer considered your personally sponsored person. They roll up and now become personally sponsored by your sponsor. You don't need to do anything. Once they go in, as soon as the system knows that they're the number 2 person, it automatically shows the payment options of the sponsor, not you. All right, and then they are considered a roll-up in the back office. And you'll see that in your downline view, you'll have 2 people above your organization, and it'll be numbered 2 and 4. That'll be your roll-ups, okay? And on the bottom, you'll see people that roll up to you from your organization. So you don't have to worry about this person. They'll see the payment buttons of the sponsor. They automatically roll up here. They're going to pay your sponsor $25, or the person that's active above them. It doesn't have to be your sponsor, but normally it is. And you don't have to do anything. The third person that comes in is going to you. The fourth person that comes in, same thing happens. They roll up to your sponsor over here. Now, the same thing, now if you bring in number 5 all the way to infinity, they all stay with you, every one of them, okay? The same thing happens with these people. You said it, you gave them their 2 people, so if this is the second person, and this is the fourth person, and this one has 2, and this one has 4, and the fifth one has 2 and 4, and this has 2 and 4, and this has 2 and 4, all of these people here, all the 2s and 4s are going to roll up to here, which is your pay line. This is your pay line. They're all going to roll up to here for you. They're going to see your payment buttons, and they roll up to now you're considered their personal sponsor. So not only do you get the money, but you also get the body of the person. So you get the potential income from that person. So once somebody rolls up, treat them as if you personally sponsored them and try to help them to get their 2 and 4 and so on. So here's the secret. I call it my 24/7. 24/7. So it's not necessarily that you have to work 24/7. It means in 2 days, get your person started. Get them to give you their goals. Get them to make a list of people so that this way they can find their 4 people in 7 days. Then you duplicate the same thing with those people. As those people roll up, you help them get their list and get them started in 2 days to get their 4 people in 7 days, and you duplicate that over and over and over and over. It's about duplication, guys. You got to get these people to duplicate, and you got to get them to duplicate fast, because there's a thing called the law of diminishing returns. The longer they sit there and do nothing, the longer it takes them to get their stuff together, the longer it takes them to get their break even, which is the first one. You want to get them their first one as soon as possible, because that shows them that it works. The longer it takes them to do that, the energy starts to subside and you lose them. Okay, it's harder to get them activated when the time starts to decay. So you're over here with this person and their energy level starts to drop like this. So you want to get them going up here versus, okay, 30 days down the road, now they're ready to go, but their energy level is way down here and it's tougher to get them going. See what I'm saying? So that's how the reverse 2-up works. Everybody has to also maintain 2 people that they gave up. So you can't give up your dog and your cat for 1 month and then have those people, those entities drop out and say, I'm good because I gave my 2. Well, if that happens, the 5th person is going to roll up if that's your next new person, and the 6th person is going to roll up, which is going to replace them. You have to maintain 2 people, which means all of these people also have to maintain 2 people. So it's not meant to penalize you. It's meant to help you, because all of these people have to also maintain 2 people, 2 active people. So if that happens, if one person drops out that you referred up, then they're not going to take anybody from one of your active people. It's only a new person that comes in that's going to replace that person, all right? So that's the thing that's supposed to help everybody, so this way you don't constantly get duds in your account of people just giving you, people that have no intention of doing the business. Well, that's a crash course. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me switch my pen back. All right, guys, so let's see. The best comp plan in the industry, we're going to, yeah, I really believe it is the best. It's the simplest. It's not the backflip, mega, super million different ways to get paid compensation plans. It's 100%, guys. It's 100% net payout. So it just blows away everything else that's out there. You break even with 1 person. You're in profit with 3 people. And it's really as far away from a network marketing program as you can get, but still have that dynamic stuff happen. So when some people say, oh, this is a pyramid scheme, it is not a pyramid. It's lateral. It's like a 2-level system. Even though those 2 who get 2 would get 2 is kind of like going down, but it really isn't. I mean, it's more of a ladder, bi-level compensation plan. So if someone says it's a pyramid scheme, they don't know what they're talking about. They really don't. And it's one of those scams. They have no idea what they're talking about. When someone says it's a scam, it's what they do is they're coming from an idea of lack of education in the industry. That's a knee-jerk reaction by saying I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. Okay, that's just the thing that people say when they have no idea what they're talking about. They think they know, but they really don't. So, but we're here to change the industry and show people that there's no way you can do business. What are the ways that I can promote a self-development level to get my business going? Guys, unfortunately tonight we really don't have time to get into a super training like that. I would suggest you getting on the Tuesday night trainings, and we'll do some other trainings in that regard on webinar for everybody to go into the nuts and bolts and how to do that. So that's a little bit more of a lengthy thing than I have time to get into really tonight. Okay, I know the latest is January 1st. What's the earliest you guys start accepting payments of the company? Well, I gave January 1st as what I feel is the latest day that I think will happen, but we're shooting to have it earlier than that. So I'm always shooting on the side of the longest length of time possible, and not having it, you know, saying, oh, it's going to be a week, and then it happens in 10 days, and you're pissed. You know, so if I say a month and it happens in 2 weeks, you guys are related, right? So I think the latest will be January 1st. So I think it'll be much sooner than that, though. But don't quote me on that. Okay, let's see. How will you pay out people that choose for NWC to collect the money? I mentioned that before. We're working on a pay card system and or an e-wallet system. So we're talking to many companies right now, so I can't give the company name until we solidify something specifically. The great thing is I can explain the comp plan in less than 5 minutes. Yeah, Martin, you should be able to explain the comp plan in like 2 minutes flat. It's really very simple. Very simple. You break even with one, second and fourth sale go up, the first and third you're keeping everybody beyond that, and you get everybody's second person. You're done. That's it. It's very, very simple. How do you handle people who believe it's a pyramid scheme? Do you proceed to try to sign them up, or are they usually dead set on disbelief? You have to really decide that when you're talking to them. If people think it's a pyramid scheme, I really don't have to spend time with them. I'm like, okay, whatever you believe, Don. Next. You know, so I don't really spend time with them. I used to try to, and I used to try and talk to them, try to them. But if they have that in their mind that it is, then you're going to waste your time. So I don't even bother with them. If there's too many other people out there that are dying for something like this, that you could find to worry about that. You know, so if you have extra time and you want to sit there and you know, debate with them on what it is. So what is my elevator speech? My elevator speech, hey, John, did you ever keep your eyes open for ways to significantly increase your cash flow without risking what you're doing full time? And, you know, that type of thing. So you ever keep your eyes open for ways to increase your cash flow in your spare time without risking anything you're doing full time? You know, I'm working with some great individual business leaders all around the world, and you sound like a great person. You have a great personality. You don't mind if I give you a call? I don't have a lot of time right now, but if you can give me your number, I'll be happy to call you, and it'll only take a few minutes to kind of show you what we're doing. I can't promise you anything, but you know, it might be something you might be interested in. That's it. Done. If I have money in my PayPal account, should I take the money out? I recommend that you do not keep money in PayPal. I recommend that you drain as much as possible. Keep a very minimal amount in PayPal. So make sure you take the money out and keep whatever you need to survive in PayPal with whatever you do in there. Other than that, take the money out as often as possible, because if they ever freeze your account, they got it for 6 months, and you don't want that to happen. So don't keep large amounts in your PayPal account. I saw the new page of NWC, and I saw that I can process the payments after my 4 registers, right? No, we changed that, Tonio. You can now process the people on your very first person. You don't have to wait until 4. We changed that. So now you can go over here to Team and manually process your people. I think my page timed out here. But go over here to Team and then manually process those people. Yeah, my page timed out. So now you can do that from the very first person. You don't have to wait for 4. And what's the best video to show the prospect about NWC? Well, I like the compensation structure. So the 10-10-10 plan it just blows people away. If they don't see it after that, I don't know what to tell them. You know, they're just dead on arrival. So other than that, we have the auto webinar system that's going to show them a video as well. That's going to be pretty soon. Last question, Greg. What's another payment solution to use, because everyone now has to pay their monthly membership for E4 plus all the monthly product for NWC? Greg. Very good question. However, you're looking at the product levels for National Wealth Center. They are not payments. You're looking at it as a consumer. Look at it as their income-generating vehicles. Yes, you're paying the money per month, but you're collecting every money. Plus, you break even with one person anyway. So if you break even with one person, that expense goes out the window. You have no expense there in that regard. So literally, you're paying the company $10 a month, and then you're paying the E4 $35 a month. So your entire business to run a global empire and collect a 100% payment is $45 a month. That's the way you look at it. The 25, the 50, and the 100, do not look at those as expenses. They are not, because all you need is one. If you don't think you can find one person, then what are you saying about your prospecting? You really got to reverse thinking about what the way you're approaching the business, because there are millions, billions of people out there that are looking for this. They really are. You just got to talk to them. You know, be happy. Be happy, be a nice person, be bubbly, be willing to talk to people, and you'll find that most people don't bite. You know, most people don't bite. There's a saying that says, it's the fear of fear you fear. The fear itself hurts more than the thing you're scared of. I said that before. Some people are just afraid to talk to people for whatever reason. You got to get over it. That we are in the people business. We're in the connection business. If you're afraid to connect to people, you're going to have a tough time in National Wealth Center, in any online business. You got to be willing to connect to people. Yes, you can build your business totally automated, but you're going to spend a lot of money and time to do that, because you got to do totally automated methods. You got to do massive volume, and it's going to cost money. The simplest, fastest, easiest way to build National Wealth Center is to talk to people. Done. That's the easiest way to do it. Now, it's not the only way. I build my business a lot with tools too, but I don't mind talking to people too. So you got to be able to have a mesh of both worlds. So don't look at there is a cost of doing business, but it's totally overcome with the amount of money that you're making percentage-wise in what you're doing. So if you bring in one person, you break even. On the third person, that extra money pays for everything. You're actually in the green on 3 people in this program. On 3, you're in the green, because you break even on 1, the 2 goes up. The third one is going to pay for any other incidentals, and you're in the green on 3 people. So that's a fantastic way to look at it. Our membership's tax deductible. You really have to talk to your accountant about that. That I would tend to say probably yes, but you need to talk to your tax accountant about that. We're going to also offer in here the program called TaxBot, which is going to be in the back as well too, and I use that myself. And there's a free tax line you can call up and speak to somebody and ask about that too. So we're going to offer that as well too very soon. Another bonus we're going to put in there. It's not for free, but we have special discounts for that too. Okay. Okay, Peter, you convinced me to switch from PayPal to E4, and it's fantastic. I now have an automatic payment system that I can offer to others. Really makes sense. George. Thanks, George. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for coming on here. This was recorded. So get on the newsletter if you're not on there already. We'll send this out. If it's not ready tonight, it'll be tomorrow morning, as it's almost midnight here. And sorry I wasn't able to get Dr. Stan on just through some technical issues. But I do see him on here. I want to give a shout out to Dr. Stan Harris. Did a fantastic training just a little while ago. We will do some more webinars like this. So you know, get over here to New York City if you can. We'd love to shake your hand and pump you up. If you haven't seen Dr. Stan live, you're missing a tornado in action. So you really want to come and see him do his thing, which is second to none as far as training and education, motivation, and presentation. So we will look forward to seeing you guys real soon, and we'll catch you on the next webinar. Get on those newsletters, and we will keep you updated, okay? Have a great night, everybody. Happy holiday if we don't connect with you before. Don't drink and drive. Go and see your relatives. Have a great time. And don't forget, show them National Wealth Center, because they'll be glad you showed them. Have a great day.